Hi guys, in today's video it's a bit of an impromptu one actually. This is the GHD soft curl curling tong. It's part of the curve range, so it's GHD curve soft curl curling tong. It's just arrived today. I actually did a video comparing this and the classic curl not even that long ago, and I concluded that I thought that I should keep the classic curl. And I did keep the classic curl, and I sent this one back because I couldn't really justify keeping both. But since then, your comments on my video and just me watching other people's videos and even my own video, I've convinced myself that actually I should have got the soft curl, or at least kept both, because they're quite different. Like, one is more of a soft curl, like a sort of bouncing curls, and one is more of a like classic curl. Literally, the clue is in the name. And it was bank holiday. It's just gone bank holiday weekend, so it is, well, I don't know if that's why there's a sale, but anyway, there's a sale on that's 20% off, so it's £127 at the moment on the GHD website instead of 159. So I thought I'll buy it again and try it again and see how I got on. Like, my conclusion last time was because it felt like this was just going to drop out immediately, so I thought like the classic curl would stay as a curl for long enough for it to just drop out into a nice soft curl. That doesn't really make any sense. But I had also just previously done a load of stuff with the air wrap, trying to find, and I loved the curls that the air wrap gave me, which is why I think maybe this tong is actually better, because it's a wider, more bouncy curl. So anyway, my point is that they arrived today, so I thought I may as well do a sort of like first impressions try out, get ready with you to do to show you, and also myself, whether this is what I actually want or not. Full disclosure, I'm not very good at doing my hair. I have curly, wavy, not very good hair at the best of times, so I get quite frustrated when trying to do my hair, so I may end up getting irritated. But I've got some clips and I've got some heat defense, so I'm going to give it a go. Right, so first off, turn it on, you press this button and it makes a little blippy noise, and then I think you have to leave it for a second. It takes not very long at all. I think it's like 35 seconds. So I'll heat defense whilst I do it. So I've got the GHD heat defense just because it had good reviews basically when I was in. I don't know if I just sprayed myself in the eye. I don't know if you just heard that, the beep that I'm blind, that told me it was ready. So yeah, I'm gonna try and properly section it, because I think also the other thing that I did wrong was trying to do larger parts, although I don't know if that was wrong, because other people have like videos that I've watched. See, already I can't even get my fingers through my hair. This is why it gets annoying. Other people who did their hair with this in videos seem to take larger sections. So I think if you have straight hair, basically if you have nice, easy to manage straight hair, then the way forward is probably to just do larger sections, because then it gives you a nice easy wave. But because mine is sort of already curly, I need to do smaller sections, I think, so that it like out curls my curl, if you know what I mean. Right, so I don't even really know what the best way to section this is, because this is the part that annoys me. I think I might just do one big clip up at the top for the moment, and then just do this whole bottom bit and then try and clip the other sections. So if I take reasonably small sections, because I think also that was what was good about the air wrap, was because you have to take smaller sections with the air wrap. That makes it a bit easier. Also, the other videos that I was watching, they seem to like wrap it around the curl wand, which I think I will try to do for the more higher up pieces, but it's just too awkward and too close to my head to do it on these smaller pieces. So I'm just going to wrap it up in the sort of traditional curling tong fashion for these smaller bits, and then just see what happens. I think around the sort of top layer I can be a bit more experimental to see what works and what doesn't work. I don't know how long to leave it for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See, it's a very soft curl. The clue is in the name. But that is also nice. Like, I'm forever watching programs or whatever where people have really nice hair and thinking, how have they achieved that? Like, it looks natural, you know, it doesn't look like they've spent hours doing it. I don't know how that happens. Also, I've seen people doing like something where they sort of twizzle it up and then sort of twist it around, but I'm just not sure that my hair is capable of doing that. I've dropped it. See, it pulls down for this one time, but if I tried to turn it around now, like what people would seem to be doing is then pulling it again now, and that will definitely not pull unless I slightly release it, which is what I just tried to do, and the whole thing fell out. So yeah, I mean, like I say, this is a first impressions, just trying it out video, and I feel like I find those the most useful because you can really tell from someone's face whether they actually are enjoying it or if they're just not getting it at all. So yeah, you can see at the end of this if it actually looks ridiculous. So I'm guessing that's probably been about 8 seconds. It's so hard to know because it looks like it's just not going to do anything, which I think is why I gave up on it last time. But I guess these bottom ones don't really need to be super curly either. It's really around my face that I want it to just sort of give some body outwards, not necessarily upwards. That's what I liked about the Air Wrap, is it just sort of felt like it was what other people would consider to be like a blowout type look, but I don't. The hairdresser never even attempts to achieve that with me because of my curly hair. Like, they tend to just sort of dry it with a straightener because that's what I guess they figure is the easiest option for my hair. See, that's a nice curl. Let's try and achieve that again. So I'm kind of just brushing out my curls because they're just sort of knotty basically, and otherwise it won't glide through. This is, the problem is I don't have any coordination either. Like, if you could just do your hair like someone else was doing your hair, it would make life so much easier. I just don't understand. I think the problem is I missed the part of my sort of growing up where you spent hours and hours in front of the mirror trying to learn how to do all these things. For some reason I didn't do that. I don't know, again, if it's because I've got curly hair, I just didn't think that that was for me. So I didn't even try. I mean, for many, many years I literally just tied my hair back because I didn't know what to do with it, which I regret a lot actually. So I'm trying to now reclaim my hair, and it's not necessarily going that well. Which way do I want this? No, I want it this way around. So the clip is always, I think, facing the front so that you can curl the curls away from your head. That way. Why is that? Oh, I think it's just, it shapes your face better, otherwise you'd have the curls going in and it would look a bit weird. So that doesn't feel like it's going to curl very well because it's looser at the top. And I thought I was doing smaller sections, but it's still happening. I just don't understand why I find this so hard. Everybody else makes it look so easy. I might, because these ones have come out so well, I might redo these ones because maybe it just wasn't quite hot enough then. I don't feel like I did anything differently. Which is odd because it beeped to tell me that it was hot enough. So that sort of defeats the object if that doesn't actually mean it's hot enough. But maybe I've just got into a rhythm now. See, these curls are what I'm trying to achieve, so if I can make the rest of it look like that, which in theory I should be able to, then that is what I want. And all the comments on my other video were people saying that they have decided they want to use the soft curl. I mean, yeah, the soft curl. Yeah, see, I think already I can see this is actually what I was hoping the other one would achieve. I just needed to do smaller pieces. Whether this will stay or not, I think is something that I need to work out the right products. I've tried various sort of hairsprays and things when it came to and I never used to think I had that problem because I've got curly hair. I always thought that it generally stayed pretty well in my hair, but with the air wrap, and just it literally, I'll link the video below, but like it had gone before I'd even finished the video. The key, I think, is to separate it from the ones you've done below, which is surprisingly hard. Right, so if I do these ones at the back first, and I've split this one into 3 sections because it's a bit of a bigger section, so I'm hoping if I just do smaller ones of this, I think what I'm going to do with that one I've just done, can't tell if that's right or not, and I feel like I needed to separate it into like a higher and a lower one, and I feel like I'm going to So now that that's all finished, I do really like that. Although I feel like already it's dropping out, but I don't know if that's a bad thing. I think what I need to learn also is how to do the front bits properly, although I do quite like that. I haven't put any hairspray on it. Also, what I have noticed is that if I leave the end out of the clamp, then it does like a weird kink thing, so I think I need to master that art as well. It's difficult because when you pull it to the end, bits of it start to fall out, so you think, oh, I better wind it up quick before it's all drops out. I'm just going to turn it off. I think you have to press and hold to turn it off, but like I am really liking that. I think it's what I'm looking for, the end result, but I just need to make it stay like this somehow. Like this bit isn't helping if you ignore that bit. It's just a nice soft curl. Does exactly what it says on the tin. and you don't need to really brush it through or anything. That's the only other thing with the classic curl, or with most curl tongs, is that you have to like actually brush it through, whereas this seems to naturally sort of separate. I feel like the bits on this side actually seem to be longer again. I don't know why, because the section was the same. I'm still a bit undecided. I did, like, every time I pulled a curl out, I was thinking, oh yeah, this is what I want, but now again I feel like it looks a bit like it's dropped out almost immediately. But is that a bad thing? I really don't know. What do you think? It is a lovely loose curl, so I guess, you know, like I said in the first video, it depends what you want. And it's two very different looks. Like, I do like it like this, but I fear that if it's already sort of dropped out to this point, that I definitely need to fix this bit, that it will basically be sort of straight, only frizzy in about 5 minutes. That's the problem, is where I've got curly hair, if I sort of pull like the tong or a straightener through it, it will straighten, but then it will go frizzy if it's not like actually either straight or curled. So I don't know. I don't know how to fix this bit. But yeah, anyway, that is my first impressions. It literally arrived today. So yeah, if you've enjoyed this video in any way, then please like and subscribe, and thanks very much for listening. Good night.